here I put the battens in to match the other side. Covered it with tape because here I get into from behind, so it's just easier to foam from behind. That way you don't get a bunch of stuff coming out the other side. Unlike I've done here with the sills. And then I can just sand it back to the battens and then start doing the filler. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do here, and then the sides I'll have to do from the outside. And a lot of guys have been asking me where I got the tail lights. The tail lights are original Lamborghini, although I think they're Fiat even from the factory. The surrounds is just clear, like Lexan, like translucent Lexan, with a mesh aluminum backing, just to make it more reflective. And just cut the shape. Just had to move these supports further back into the frame so I can make that rear filler panel there. But the sides have got a couple of coats of filler on them now, so I can start sanding it into shape. Looking a bit better now. Yeah, a few more coats of filler. Now I can find out where the wheel arches are and just mark where they are. Okay, today I'm just measuring. You can see here I've taped where each station is. So I've taken measurements at each station, and then we walk around here. I am transferring all those measurements to this side so I can get both sides basically the same shape. And they might not be laser straight, but you won't ever tell the difference by eye. So I've just ground back some of these stations, so now I can start laying the battens and double checking everything before I fill it all with foam. Okay, I've got the first batten on. You can see here, all of them are pretty good except for this one here. It's got a bit of a gap here. So it's short. You gotta make sure that you don't just glue them all on assuming they're all correct. You just gotta make sure that the arc and the curve in it is natural and the same all the way through. So I'll just add a little packer to that one and I'll continue to the next one. So on to the second batten. The battens are just the MDF cut with a circle sort of a guide. We'll just cut about 50 of them and then just use these. But you can see here, if I pull this one, that one's glued at one end. This top one now, if I pull it, now there's two battens that have gaps. There are two stations that have gaps. So I know it's in the correct spot because I can see it in relation to the one under it. It's got a nice curve. So all I have to do is use packers to fill those two stations and then glue it all in place and move on. Okay, here we've got another batten in. It all lines up with the ones next to it, at the top and with the sill. I'm going to stop doing that for a second and backfill all this with foam, with cardboard, sorry, so the foam has something to work against instead of just filling up the inside and just wasting foam. let's let the foam do its thing, and then tomorrow we can cut it all back and start filling. Roughly shaped in. I'll show you there's a few areas here that are, the expanding foam has been stronger than the hot glue, and it's pushed the batten out. You just ignore this, you can see it. But it's too far out from where it should be, which is fine. All I do is cut either side of it and pull the batten out, and then the foam's still there, so you can just reshape it to exactly the shape you want, so it doesn't hold me up too much. There's a few little areas like that to take care of before I can coat it in filler. Okay, got a coat of filler on the bottom of the wing, and I've sanded all the side. Started putting the filler on the back there, but I just can't finish the very front off because I need a bit more foam for the front, and put it just down here somewhere. Yeah, just need to fill that in. But I'm gonna get a coat on. I filler on it just so it's got some time to dry overnight, so I can start building it up. There's a quick first coat. Some of the areas are pretty thick where there was holes in the foam, so that'll take a few days to fully harden up. I'm just using drywall compound. It takes a bit longer to dry, but it's super fast to sand. Like the whole side can be sanded in like minutes. You know, if it was body filler, it'd take you, and you can get there for hours sanding it. So this stuff's pretty good to bear in the sides. I've just skim coated some of the low spots on this side, but this side's getting there now. It's, by the time this video goes out, this side will pretty much be done. And I'll start marking out where the flares go. I don't think I'm going to mould the flares as one piece. I think I'll do those after the first body is made, so they all rivet together or bolt on as the original car, so it's not all one piece. Yeah, I'll just mark a line where they are so I don't do body work in areas I don't need. And then it's just getting the bottoms the same. This one side's got a bit more curve in it, so I just have to make sure I'm making them both exactly the same. But yeah, the wing uprights are just kind of roughed in, MDF. I'll just either fill them or with foam or filler, and just make one good enough to take a mould from. Well, I think that's as far as I'll get this week. This side's slowly starting to look like at least a side. The other side's starting to come along pretty good now. Obviously there's areas where the wheel arch will be, so I'm not bothering doing the bodywork there. And then, yeah, I'll make the uprights, finish the wing, and sand. Luckily this stuff, like I said, sands really quick, so I'll be able to get a coat of primer on all these areas so I can start thinking about making the mould. So thanks for watching. Yeah, tune in next week.